Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday and happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. I'm a veteran, so I'm definitely going to get my free donut. I'm going to get my free coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. I'm going to, I'm a vegetarian, or else I would go to Outback, get my free like steak or whatever they're offering. I think it might be half off steak. But the point is, if you're a veteran, get out there and enjoy those benefits because you don't get enough of them. So the ones you do get, enjoy them. Definitely enjoy them. All right, so today we got a lot of stuff on the stream. Um, I'm gonna just talk about the news first. There's a couple things I wanted to touch on that came out last night that I wanted to hit on. There's a couple things on Reddit we're gonna go through. You know what I mean? Probably gonna hit up some Twitter, some Instagram. You never know what lurks around the corners of the social medias when we're talking about eInk. Could be some news. Could be some A5X2 news. Could not be some A5X2 news. Who knows? I had a dream about the A5X2. It was scary. It was probably a nightmare. A5X2 dreams. Real stuff. But so we're gonna give everybody a chance to let other people get a chance to come into the stream here. Just give it a little bit of time to populate here before we get into the news that I have to share with everyone about the channel. But first up, let's get into the Reddit, the annals of Reddit, real quick. There's a lot of stuff always going on Reddit, so we'll check that out real quick. Let's see what we got here. All right. Preferred ways to send files on Boox devices. You know what? I think it's like good that we're talking about, or whoa, where am I at here? I think it's good that people start conversations around preferred ways to send files, or just transferring files and getting them on and off of devices. Like that's one of the main things. Like you do all the work, but you want to be able to do something with that work once it's done. And getting those files in and off your device is the way to do that. So let's check this out real quick and see what they're saying. All right, so let's see here. All right, so we got I've seen, or you've all been there. Upwork's got Upwork. Wow, why are we talking about Upwork here? What's your preferred way to send files on your Boox device? I would prefer to use the Send to Boox app, but alas, I am using Linux. What we got here? Snapdrop or Syncthing, open source, free, multi-platform, efficient, and secure. Never heard of either of those, but okay. USB cable, definitely probably the preferred way. Ooh, where am I at here? Definitely the preferred way of people who think about security. If you're security minded, you definitely think about transferring those files on and off device via USB, not Wi-Fi. I'm a Wi-Fi. I'm a convenience guy. If it's convenient, I don't really care that much about if I take a quality hit or a security hit. If it's convenient, as long as the quality is good enough, and as long as I'm not just getting robbed with security, then I'm cool. I'll do that. What do we got here? DropSync. We got another vote for DropSync. I've never heard of DropSync though, so I'm interested to find out. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that in my notes here, just to look that up. DropSync. When two people on Reddit mention it, it's at least research worthy. Okay, we got another vote for Syncthing here. This is the way, especially if you are technically inclined. Okay, so that might be the barrier to entry right there, which is kind of assumed from Linux, which I kind of assume from Linux use as a daily driver. So good for multi-device syncing. So I guess he's just saying that, judging from his use of Linux, he seems to be a technically inclined guy. So Syncthing would be a good choice. Obsidian Sync and Google Drive via the file manager. That's convenience. Now we're talking about convenience. I'll do that. That's the way that I go. It's not probably the securest way to do things, but it works. I love Google Drive. All my stuff's there. So whatever integrates with Google Drive in a way that I can work with things, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And that's one of the things I like about the Books platform is that you get great Google Drive integration, and you get the App Store, so you can just download Google Drive to the device and like literally handle devices or files on device. So that's super good. That's almost like a hack. That's not even like syncing to me. It's syncing, right? But it's almost not. Manual as my PC is wired into the modem via LAN, which means I can use the push features as the modem and Wi-Fi are recognized as different Wi-Fi networks. I'm usually loading a lot of content at once, so it's clear. This is where I'm at right here. I gotta put I gotta figure out a way to put my cursor on screen. I'm usually loading a lot of content at once, so it's easier using manual for that anyway. Yeah, I'm like that's that security thing, right? Manually doing it on PC. Um, but yeah, it looks like we got a couple votes for the drop sync, and I'm gonna try that other one too. Let me take a look at the name of that. So we got drop sync and we got sync thing. I'm gonna take a look at both of those there. Um, that looks super interesting. Anything that can people be like, oh, technically inclined, and which usually means it has a lot of options. It usually means it's very flexible. And I like options. I like flexibility. So that's right up my alley. I'm definitely gonna check that out. What else we got here? What else we got here on the Reddits? How do you guys feel about the new Apple drop? Got quite a few new Apple devices. We got the new Mac Minis. The most affordable way to get into a Mac. I mean, that makes it super appealing to me. I mean, it's powerful as crap too, but um, the fact that it's like really really small and portable. It's a computer like it's I don't have anything here the size of it, but it's a super small like computer. It's kind of thick, but it's super small. And you could just throw that thing in a bag and take it somewhere. Like that's going to be a awesome device to take on the road with you if you're a road warrior. If you're in hotels, you're skipping between hotels. I used to live that life, and this would have been perfect for me when I was on the road. Like I could have just taken that thing, plugged it up to the TV that's in the hotel, and had access to all my movies. You know what I mean? And just be able to watch and do what I want. Maybe even play games. Because that Mac Mini can push some pixels. So it's a really compelling device. A really compelling device. But anybody got any opinions on that? Throw them in the comments down there. But I'm not a big Mac fan, but I am a Mac fan when they come out with good stuff. I just don't buy it because it's Apple. But yeah, so a lot of new Apple devices are out right now. The Mac Pro with Apple Intelligence is out. That's another thing that I've been wanting to get some opinions on and get into myself is the Apple the Apple Intelligence. Like I've been on Google's bandwagon for the Apple Intelligence for a very long time, but Apple has like integrated their AI with their other apps, their contacts, the email, all kinds of other integrations, and that's kind of what I've been looking for. I've been wanting someone to come along with AI that can do something with your information and present it to you in a way that makes sense and at convenient times. I'm hoping that's what AI is going to be able to do on these devices, especially when they have your info. That makes the most sense to me, which is why I wanted to go with Google. But alas, I'm still deciding on Google or Apple for that. But let's take a look here. All right, so we got an A5X2 post. I agree with Voya's reasoning. And you? Let's check it out. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Okay, it didn't. Can we just click on it then? Okay, there we go. All right, let's see
my
what.
name is Voya and welcome to my deep guide, and today I'm gonna do another check or basically check in and a report to you guys on the status of the Supernote A5X2.
Oh,
Where are we? What's going on? And some of my takes.
hold on. So first off, let's look at the title. Supernote A5X2 still delayed with no sufficient explanation as to why. Let's think about that for a reason. Let's just, before we even get into the video, I haven't seen this, so I don't know what the contents of it are, but let's just talk about that for a minute. I've said a long time ago, back in the 1800s, I said the A5X2 is not coming out this year. The carrot letter, they were like, we're not giving you a timeline. Don't ask for a timeline. We're going to stop doing that, which was, to me, a smart decision. They made the mistake of giving people too much information, in my opinion, and which led to unfair expectations for a company of their size, and it leads to unfair expectations for any product launched that's new. It's just, if this is just like they're trying to wait for more stock to get in, cool. This is actually a new device. Things have to happen. There's a timeline involved in it. And they're just getting to that point to where they're like, okay, well, we've dealt with enough backlash for not being correct on our timelines. No one's perfect, not even Ratta. But I said a long time ago that they're not going to come out with this till next year. The carrot note, pretty much, that was the writing on the wall to me. I mean, if they do come out with it, I'll be wrong. But I'm just saying, I don't think. I was 60-40 the last time we revisited this little conversation here. Now I'm like 80-20. I'm back to almost 100% that they're not, because I'm still moving in that direction. Like FCC filing, you got like months, 2 or 3 of them at the very least. That puts us December. And then, like, if you're not ready for that Black Friday, well, they don't do Black Friday sales anyway, and not that they would even need to. But if you're releasing a device in December, you want to give yourself enough time for people to be ready to buy it. And when Black Friday comes, all people's spending money is going to be gone almost. So if you're coming after Black Friday, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage to me, because the people who would have bought that device have probably already bought something Black Friday or somewhere around that time frame. If they were going to gift it to someone, they're going to do it at that time. And after that time, you just got less people with expendable cash on hand because of the holidays. And then you're stuck to waiting till next year when people get their income taxes. So, I mean, I'm just saying, for the people who don't make millions of dollars, if you ain't rich, like there's times of the year you're waiting to buy stuff and to make purchases like that. And these are the times, to me, these are the times you're doing that. So yeah, I think you wait till the beginning of next year to release it if you don't do it before Christmas. And I don't see them doing this before Christmas. So anyway, that's been my take. That's been my stance a long time ago. Let's see what everybody else is catching up to.
Their take on mistaken business strategy is which involved being overly transparent and prematurely disclosing our hardware development plans. I don't buy that, honestly. I just being completely honest, I don't buy that. Hardware development is highly uncertain, especially when pursuing some unprecedented goals. What are the unprecedented goals that the A5X2 is offering? I would get it if it had some completely revolutionary things in play, but from what we've seen so far, it doesn't. We thought that we could foresee everything, but in reality we cannot. Of course, no plan survives the contact with the enemy, in this case the enemy being reality. We not only overestimated our abilities, which is a problem, but also underestimated our human flaws. Whoa, that...
Okay.
Your take on mistaken business strategy is...
So for me, a company not, and I get Voya's stance here, like he's upset. let's be clear. Voya's angry. Like, This has angered him to a level that's above my level of anger with it. Like, I'm not even upset about it. I totally understand. Like I said, they're a small company. Like, what are you gonna do? Oh, let's go to the comments real quick. We got a few people. I'm interested in the spec out mini. All right, bro. Um, Larry Goodman says he's interested in the spec out Goodman. Brother, that spec out mini is a beast. I was watching Dave 2D, and Dave 2D is who I go to for the Mac stuff because Dave 2D digs deep. He hits the metal. When he does research, he goes way deep. So I like Dave 2D. But he hinted at he and not hinted at, but he used his Mac Mini that they sent him for review, the spec'd out one that you're talking about. He ran his whole studio off of that Mac Mini. Now, just to put that in context, he was running his whole studio off of the Mac, the Mac Studio or the Mac Mini Studio, which is a beast of a machine. Like, it's one of their top tier machines. If you're a video editor and a creator, content creator, like people who create movies, like actual legit cinema flicks, would use that level of machine. So that's what he was running his studio off of. He replaced that with the spec'd out mini, and that thing did just fine. Like, he said he had no problems with it. He likes the headroom of his mini his studio, the Mac Mini Studio, but it ran it no problem. So that thing's a beast. That thing's a beast. We got Owen Smith. Tired of waiting. One second. Tired of waiting. Feeling like to go 10.3 is the one as it is confirmed firmware 4.0. I don't think they confirmed firmware 4.0 for the Go 10.3 there, Owen Smith. You might want to confirm, just make sure on that, because it's been my opinion that devices that don't have BSR probably won't be getting firmware version 4.0. So yeah, just do some fact checking on that because I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain that that's the case because you need BSR to run those widgets, those live widgets, and the 10.3 doesn't have that. And as far as I know, the Note Air 4C is the only device that's even slated to get that firmware for probably a very long time. All right, so we got Organizer Chain. What's going on, Ed? How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming to the stream. Thinner and modular. Voya is harsh here. Yes, Voya is super harsh. But thinner, modular, you gotta love that. You gotta like thinner and modular. But back to the point that Voya is making here. I've never had a problem with like them delaying stuff because you want it to be right? You don't want them to release a device just because people are pressuring them to do so. Now, regardless of what their reasoning is, doesn't matter. Like, in my opinion, it's not coming out, and that's the bottom line. And like I said, the writing has been on the wall for me for a very long time about this A5X2. But I think the longer it goes, the more angry people get. There's an angry meter that's like right here. Yeah, right there. And along with there's an XY axis to this anger. As the anger increases, or as the delay increases, so too does the anger at an exponential type of function. So that's what's going on here with Voya. Let's finish checking this out.
Which involved being overly transparent and prematurely disclosing our hardware development plans. I don't buy that, honestly. I just being completely honest, I don't buy that. Hardware development is highly uncertain, especially when pursuing some unprecedented goals. What are the unprecedented goals that the A5X2 is offering? I would get it if it had some completely revolutionary things in play.
Fair.
But
That's a
from
fair
what
point.
we've seen so far,
That is a fair
it
point.
doesn't. We thought that we could foresee everything, but in reality we cannot. Of course, no plan survives the contact with the enemy, in this case the enemy being reality. We not
Oh,
only
that was harsh.
overestimated our abilities, which is a problem, but also underestimated our human flaws. Whoa, that uh, yeah, engineers tend to be optimistic. Without this optimism, we wouldn't attempt things that others haven't done. However, this optimism has also led us to
So basically, just
underestimate
going through the
potential
letter,
risks. We
we
completed the
let's
first
get to the commentary.
waiting for the A5X2, but unfortunately here we are end of October, or by the time when this video is scheduled and comes out, might as well be early November, and the situation hasn't changed. I wouldn't be surprised that my timing has been such in some instances that I would record a video, schedule it, and then like a day before the video comes out or something, a big announcement comes out. So it might as well happen that by the time this video comes out, we've had like surprising announcements from
Nope.
Supernote regarding,
Don't expect that till
positive or
next year.
negative, or just some announcements.
I don't think they're going to
regarding the
respond
A5X2.
to anything
But
at
I'm just
all,
saying, like,
positive
at
or
the time
negative.
of recording this video, that's how it is. But I also wanted to add one other aspect, and that is the perspective of where A5X2 would fit into the current ecosystem of eInk devices. I think that they have a difficult situation here, but also a very narrow window where they and only they can slot in, because
Mm-hmm.
nobody has managed to fill in the void of the A5X2
Yep.
missing in the lineup of devices. What?
That's a good point. So I agree with that. I agree with the fact that Ratta, they have. Let's go to the comments first before I before I go in, and then after this we're gonna get to the channel news I have, because we gotta I think we gotta because my streams don't, they garner some stuff, you know what I'm saying. We get numbers, but until I hit like 10 people or something, all right, so we got enough people in here. But let's go to the comments real quick. So we got just saying that revolutionary is thinner and modular is revolutionary when you look at the market. Oh, I still think that it's going to come out this year, but to say it's not doing anything new is over the top. Well, yeah, okay, Ed, I agree with that. I don't think it's doing anything new in the sense that it's using known technology, the Carter 1300 display that's been used in many devices. So, that's not new. And when we talk about eInk, I think that's the thing, right? The screen. Everything else to me is like bells and whistles, right? Um, they are doing some revolutionary things in the form of, I think, software. I mean, it's hard to me. It's hard to get into that revolutionary realm for hardware with Ratta. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? I think I probably have to think a little bit more about this to like really put it into context, but I don't really see them innovating in the hardware space. Yes, it's thinner. Yes, it's lighter. But that's the march of all tech, right? Thinner, lighter, smaller. Um, but their software is what, to me, is the creme de la creme here. And that is why they can, that software to me is why they can sit back. Like they can sit back and say, we have time, right? To delay, right? Because they don't have to hit a window until someone starts like encroaching on what they're doing. And no one's encroaching on what they're doing right now as far as the software is concerned. Take the Remarkable Paper Pro apart live. Yeah. Oh, I will. I will, Ed. But yeah, I don't think. Hold on. Let's go to the comments before I continue on my tirade here. Um, hi, we got Adori too. Hi, I'm new here, so maybe I am missing something. Trying to understand something basic about eInk devices. eInk isn't eInk relevant only for reading, note taking? Question mark. It's never going to be an iPad, so why chase it with all the expensive heavy devices, e.g. 4C? Um, let's tackle that question real quick, Adori. Um, yes, ink devices are pretty much they're all right. Let's cut it down to the basics. Ink devices is signage. They make their most money on signage, making signs and static images that don't need power. They're good for reading. They're good for note taking, but I think they make eInk, the corporation, makes most of their money in the private industry or in the commercial industry, selling signs. Um, so looking at it from that standpoint, that's ink in a whole right there. Now, people and companies can make ink refresh faster. They have techniques and things that they deploy to make it look more fluid. Um, but we're not at fluidity yet for e-ink, and e-ink will never. Well, right now it's nowhere near what iPad can do as far as refresh rate, and that's the main difference we're talking about here is refresh rate. If e-ink could refresh like LCD, I would never touch another LCD screen for anything other than watching video. That's just what it is for me. But it can't, so you need other stuff to kind of do that. Um, but it's not so simple as saying it's never going to be an iPad, so why chase all of these things? Because that's the march of technology. One day, ink will get to that point to where it can display images on screen as fluid as the iPad does today, and then that gap won't be so large. Um, and we'll start looking at ink in a different light, I think, at that point. But that's just a march of technology. So we have to keep marching in that direction, even though it's not very good right now for anything other than reading and note taking. One day, in my opinion, it will be. It will be. All right. We got Nizomi Wolf in the comments. I'm not sure why you've decided to critique other YouTubers. I don't watch you for your opinion on other YouTubers, but because of your take. Well, I watch other YouTubers because they have a take. And a lot of my opinions are based on other YouTubers' takes, whether I agree with their takes or I don't agree with their takes. And you have to open yourself up to other people's perspective, right? Because I'm only one person. Voya he's coming and reaching this conclusion from a whole different perspective than what I would. And so you just have to keep perspective in mind and get as many opinions as you can to kind of form and base your opinion off of. So that's why I listen to other YouTubers. And also, I think some people enjoy listening to me react to other YouTubers live. And I'm going to make, and I've already got planned a video I'm going to make of me just talking about my favorite e-ink YouTubers. So I'm going to make a video just doing this. That's how much I think, that's how cool I think this is. So, I'm sorry if you don't enjoy that, but I think it's important. Definitely do. What else we got here? Aduri too. Thanks for the detailed answer. You're welcome. No problem. And Nozomi Wolf, we got. I'm sure. Well, you decided to critique. Oh, okay, that was the same question. All right, so let's get back to. To Voya. And I'm not critiquing Voya. Let's make that known. I'm just giving my opinions about what he's saying, whether I agree or don't agree. This is not a critique on him, because I don't think I've ever mentioned once whether another YouTuber was good or bad, or what they're saying is good or bad. Now I can agree or not agree with them. That's just my personal opinion, but that's not a critique. But let's get back to that.
Device also coinciding with Supernote platform, but in an A5 format with 300 ppi. That's what the A5X2 is supposed to be, right? So Boox can't do it. Kindle, no, nope. And then we only had the Remarkable that it potentially could encroach on that, because you do have this kind of overlap here and there between Remarkable and the Supernote. And when Remarkable Paper Pro came out, that was the opportunity for the Remarkable to actually not just launch a new hardware that they've worked on, but to basically have been able to see a equal amount of effort and dedication that the hardware team of the Remarkable was exerting place in the market is reason still to be excited about the Supernote A5X2 for coming out, because it does genuinely bring unique things and uniquely useful.
I was hoping Voya was going to get to a point where he was going to talk about his opinion on whether he thought it was going to come out or not, but I don't think he was. That's not the point I think he was trying to make with this video. But that was why I was trying to get into that. But I do think it's important for us to get different perspectives, even ones that we don't agree with. Let's go back to the chat real quick before I go on to my next topic here. And I think we've got enough time here. We got enough people in the chat now. I'll go ahead and do the channel updates, and we'll get into the membership stuff and the pins, and we'll get into the Lamy and a special thing I have planned for today. We'll get into that as well. But let's hit the chat real quick. We got Nozomi Wolf. I don't need to hear. My bad. Listen, I don't mean to offend anybody. So Nozomi, if you were offended by my answer or what I'm doing here today, I don't do this to offend anybody. I just do what I feel like is fun and what I like. And so if people don't agree with that, I totally get it. I understand. I am not everyone's cup of tea. I totally understand. But we got Eric Evans. Can you make a video about incorporating Boox tablets like the Note Air C with other apps like Obsidian or Notion? I want to. I really do. I've been talking with Ed about this very thing, and I'm going to get with Ed and brainstorm some organizational ways because he knows way more about this than I do. So I'm going to have to pick his brain and get into that area of eInk where it's working with other apps and integrating other platforms into your workflow like Obsidian, because I don't use Obsidian and apps like that. So, but I'm definitely going to get with Ed and figure out and get some knowledge from him, do my research, and then put a video together, because I think that's going to be good. So definitely, Eric, I'm definitely going to put one of those together, and it's in the making. It may take a little while, a few weeks or so, but it's in the making. All right, we got Organized for Change. Okay, he's responding to someone. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the channel news, everyone. I think we got enough people in here right now. We can just skip off to that. So the first thing is, I don't know if I should get to the exciting stuff first or not. But first thing is the Lamys. So to everybody who we had a raffle a week ago or so, and we raffled off 2 Lamy pins, some unique ceramic tip Lamys. Those pins are now done. I got them right here. I got 3 of them. All 3. Oh, 2 of them are going to subscribers, and 1 will be going to eBay. I will be putting that up probably tomorrow at the same time when I'm sending these off to their righteous owners. So congratulations to Jack again, and congratulations to, I think it was, who we got here. Oh, I can't believe I don't have her name. Let's just find the name real quick here, so I can give a shout out to her for winning the ceramic tip nib or ceramic nib Lamy. Doris. There we go. So Doris, congratulations. I said Doris, Dora Lee. So Dora Lee, congratulations to Jack on winning those ceramic nib Lamys. What I'm gonna do next about that is, so after these transactions have been completed, the eBay Lamy is going to be an auction, so it's just going to be up for a couple of weeks, so I'm not going to wait on that. But as soon as I complete these transactions on these 2 Lamys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start putting 3 up on my website at a time. So, and as soon as I get those up, I will send out a, oh God, I'm perspiring. Jesus Christ. Let me put a shirt on. Be right back, you guys. All right, so I will be putting those up on the site, and how that's going to work is those are just going to be 3 at a time. And after those get sold, I will make another announcement about when more will be up. But I'll only be able to put 3 up on the site at once, just to make sure they're going well. If that goes well, then I'll put more up on the site. All right, I think I got my shirt on. So we'll put more up on the site after that. Okay, all right. Whew. That was crazy. So what that's going to do is, I gotta stop our video. All right, so what that's going to do is give us an opportunity to start getting into a flow with these pins until demand for them runs out, and then we'll slow it down after that. But as long as people want them, I will continue to make them, and we'll just handle it like that. All right. So what else we got here? The next thing we have is going to be The blah, 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 blah. Oh, the next thing we got is the membership. So actually, we'll talk about the membership after this thing. So I got a special announcement. So I've been working on something for a very long time that I'm going to show here for the first time today. But like since I've been buying tablet like devices since like the first iPad in 2010, so we're talking 14 years ago. So over a decade, I've had this idea in my head. And I'm gonna just show this real quick. So I've been buying iPads since 2010 and using tablets since about that time. And the thing about tablets is they start to be made out of metal. And once that happened, it made it very difficult to where we at here. It made it very difficult to sit these things down on tables and things like that, right? So what I started doing was I started putting these little tabs on them. So let me show you this picture I got of me in 2010 here. This is 2010 Roderick right here with the first iPad. That was the day it launched. That was that morning. That was like 9 a.m. I had gone to the mall, Syracuse, New York, and stood in line for like 8 hours. And I got my first iPad. And after that first iPad, I realized that metal backed devices don't work well on glass and other metal surfaces. So you need to put something on the bottom of them. So I started doing this. Let me show you guys this right here. So I started doing this right here. Oh, hold on. Let's before I go on my story, I like to get to the comments. So let's go into the comments real quick before I continue on my story. We got Lau. How is the Note Air 4C battery doing so far? Is it better than the Note Air 3C? Yes, way better, considerably better. And that has to do with a few things that I'm going to go over in a video that I got coming out end of this week. But yes, it's better, and I wouldn't say way better battery, but markedly better battery. Adori 2. Cool. I have the Kindle DX from that same year. That's funny. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to the story, you guys. All right, so back to the story. This isn't the first iPad. So I rocked with the first iPad with a cover on it because I didn't know any better at that point. But after I got to the second iPad, which is this is it. This is the iPad Air. I started putting these. You can see these little things on the bottom corners there. Right, those little things, I call those feet. I've been calling those feet for a very long time. I just put them on the bottom of my devices. So when I put them and sit my devices on glass or metal surfaces, or even just to protect the back of the device, because it raises the device off of the surface a little bit, just enough. So if there's something on the surface, it's not going to scrape the bottom of your device, right? So it's a lot of reasons. And it deadens and dampens sound when you sit the devices down on surfaces. It doesn't sound so harsh, which is good for your surface and the device and your ears. Everyone wins. But I started doing that. So after a while of me doing that, I came up with an idea that I thought, these things aren't that good. Because as you can see, they're huge. They're big. They're circular. Which means on a rectangular device, they don't. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that, you guys. But on a rectangular device, they don't fit into the corners. So there's only so far you can push these into the corners to where you're pushing it past the point to where it's now visible on the other side of the device. And the adhesive on these are only good for sticking to devices that you can pick it up, remove it, stick it back down. But the adhesive on the other side that adheres to the actual foot, is what I call it, is the same tact. So it's the same stickiness that you get on the flip side because it's double-sided tape. Which means that when you try to pull these off of your device sometimes, the adhesive stays on your device and the actual foot comes off. So there's lots of issues with this particular design. So I designed my own. But let's look at some other pictures first because I like pictures. All right, so what else we got here for pictures? We got just some other illustrations here. Oh, we got other illustrations here. So I decided to come up with my own, and I have a picture of that here. I'm going to show you guys this right here. So this is what I came up with myself. So I've been working on this for a long time. It's a idea that's been a while in the making. But I think that it's something that if I would want to make for myself, others might want to check it out as well. So I wanted to show this as a proof of concept to people to show that I'm trying to make something that goes on the back of these rectangular tablets that we love so much, and that protects a little bit better. Like these will fit into the actual corners of devices. So I think I have a picture that shows an example of that. Let's check that out real quick. So these things will fit into the corner of the devices, which is why, and it's so funny, I got the Remarkable Paper Pro here, or the Remarkable here. And you know what? The Remarkable is a device. I like the Remarkable, right? But it's not my most used device. So it would be odd that the Remarkable would dictate the size of something that I'm making. I just thought that was a very odd factoid. I'm like, oh, it's got to be small enough to fit in that corner of the metal part of the Remarkable too. Remarkable. Anyway, so this is the benefit of having something like this, right? It will fit into that corner and go all the way to the corner, so you can sit the device down on surfaces and it touch the corner, not be a big deal. I thought that was a way better idea and design for that. And since I couldn't find, I mean, it's been over a decade I've been looking for these. So if someone was going to do it, I would thought they would have done it by now. So then I had to take it into my own hands and make my own. So we got one more question in the comments from Lau. I think I'm saying that right. Let me know if I'm not. What's your most used device? My most used device, and then we'll get back to the story. My most used device, I feel weird saying, no, I don't feel weird saying this. I'm proud to say this. It's the Supernote. My most used device is the Supernote. The organizational skills are unrivaled. I mean, when you're someone like me who has a bad memory, which means I lose things that I write stuff on, I forget where they're at. Oh my God, the Supernote has been a savior. I haven't forgotten a thing since I bought this thing. And not only that, not only have I not forgotten, and I know where everything is. It's recallable at a moment's notice. Like you can set certain things to be recallable right from the side menu, the quick access menu. It's great. I mean, it takes you don't know the value of all of this things, all the things that I'm saying here until you get one and use it for like a month or so. And then you're like, oh, I get it. Because I almost sent this thing back when I first got it. It was on its way back to Ratta. But I don't know why I held on to it for 1 week longer than I was going to. And in that extra week that I had, oh, it changed my life. The size. Now I have the A6X2 right here. But if I could choose the size, I would definitely want the A5 size. So the A5X, I would take the A5X right now. And I should have bought it a long time ago. Something told me, just buy used one off eBay. Just be done with it. It's the Mobius display I want. It's the size I want. It's the operating system I want. I should have done this a long time ago. But then I got into this conundrum like everybody else, and I waited and waited. And I'm like, oh, but now I'm so far into the waiting. So now it's like, oh, I might as well just keep waiting. I might as well just wait. Just wait it out. And it makes me mad. Because all this waiting, I could have been using a bigger Supernote, which would be more useful to me. So, but for now, I have the A6X2, and it does its thing. It'll do the job for now. But as soon as that A5X2 comes out, I'm jumping on it. I'm jumping on it immediately. Okay, all right. Back to the story. Where are we at? The penny. So I call these things. So these things right here I call rat feet, because of the shape, sort of, and because Rants. Now, if I was making a video, I would throw 3 big letters on the screen. RAT, Rants About Tech. I mean, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. No problem, Lau. You're welcome. All right, so this is the thing I was making here, and I just wanted to introduce that and show that to everyone that's on the stream here because I've been thinking about it, and that's what I've been working on for like super hard on for the last week. I got fed up. Ideas can only stay ideas for so long. They got to materialize into the real world at some point. That point is now. That point is now. So the big the big thing here is me trying to get the size correct. So here's another picture. All right, so this is the biggest thing was me trying to get the size of it correct, and the actual shape and curvature of it correct. So it took a little bit of time to do that. Oh, that's the old iPad. Oh, that's me with the iPad. Oh, those are the feet right there. A good view of those feet that I would put on my iPads. And I've been doing this for my devices ever since then. So for over a decade, I've been putting these circular things on my devices, thinking there's got to be a better way. There is. And now it's real. But anyway, that is one thing that I'm going to have coming up for the membership. So what I'm going to do is do a live stream. And what I want to do is have people test these. So I'm going to have people come, or I'm going to send some of these out to members after the live stream. So I'm going to have a membership that's going to be posted. And then after that, I'm going to have a live stream. And during that process is when I'm going to pick people who want to participate in testing these things out. So I'm going to send a couple sets of these things out to members. And that'll be one of the perks of becoming a member when the membership launches next week. So if you're a member, join the live stream and you want to test them out, you have an opportunity to do so. And I'm trying, like I said, send 2 sets of those out to members to test for about a week or 2 and give me feedback on how they feel about them, if it's something that I need to improve, or whether they think it's crap. And I want to know that too. So, but that's another one of the perks for the membership that I'm going to be talking about. What else we got here? Oh boy, I need to switch my eInk tablets. All right, so we got the rat feet prototype that I want to give out to members for testing. We also have I'm going to do a t-shirt giveaway. So to members. So during this live stream where I'm doing the rat feet prototype raffle, if it were, or if enough people are interested in it, but if only 2 people are interested, I'll just be sending it to those 2 people. But we have that. We have a free t-shirt giveaway for the live stream that's going to be coming on the 24th. So all this is going to happen on is it the 24th? Yeah, on the 24th. The 18th is when I'm going to launch the membership, though. So that'll be next week. And I'm just talking about now all the things that I'm going to be putting in the membership. And I want to get people's feedback. Like, if you're watching this after the fact, like if you have feedback on what makes a good membership, throw it down in the comments, because I want to know what people want in a membership. It's gonna be 99 cents. I'm gonna do a 99-cent membership. And really the membership is all like I just want to curate a group of people who I can send out information to and get feedback on, because it feels odd sending videos that I just want people's opinion on the channel to everyone. Like, I don't want to make that an everyone video. I would only want to send a video like that out to a small select few group of people who I feel like are invested in the channel growing, or who want to see better content, or want a hand in how it's shaped. Because a lot of these videos are things like what fonts, I'm going to show a whole bunch of fonts and do a video like where I just pass fonts along the screen and talk about what I like about it and what I don't, and see what people's reactions to those are. Hey, I don't like that font. That color was not good. Or I would rather see this font. Or yes, font number 2. That's the one I want to see. And then going forward, that'll be the font I use for my video. So decisions like that I have to make a lot of the times that I want to make better. And then I can kind of get you guys' feedback, and you can help shape that type or that kind of aspect of the channel. Colors. Different color schemes I want to use that I'm getting to, and trying to make it look a little bit more pleasing. What else? Transitions and such. A lot of those, I want to make videos asking questions about those things, and it feels weird sending it out to everybody on YouTube, because people are going to be like, who is this guy? Rants about tech, and why do I care about helping this channel? I don't care. but some of you do. Like, right? I hope. So those are the kind of things I want to do with the membership. All right, going back to the comments, we got Owen Smith. Might as well keep on waiting for the Boox Note Max if you can still wait for the A5X2. Well, in a perfect world for me, Owen, I would have both of those. I would have the A5X2 and the Note Max. And because I use these devices for those two platforms for two totally different things. My Supernote is the device that gets all my thoughts. Like if I have a thought, it goes there because I know I can find it easily, and I have the organization to organize it in a way that makes sense for me. When I go to expand on those thoughts, or I go to work with those thoughts in a way that I need to export them, I'm going to need to like run AI through them or anything like that. That's when I go and do a rewrite on my Boox device, and I'll rewrite and expand and expound on it there. Um, yeah, so and in that way, both of those devices will be still useful to me. The bigger Note Max for a way bigger canvas to write on. Although I can't see anything being better than the Go 10.3 as far as how it looks. It just looks the best to me. They nailed the look of eInk and the device to me. I love it. But yeah, so I'll wait for the A5X2, but I'll also am plan on getting the Note Max as well. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thanks for the support. I gotta find a thing where I can throw these things up on screen for people who do the super thanks and the super chats and stuff like that. All right, so that's going to be one of the portions of the membership that I'm going to talk about or get into there. What else is there? So that's going to be along with all the other like YouTube perks that I'm going to throw into there as well. So member only videos, member only polls and stuff like that. Those are the kind of things I want to do just to get feedback. It just sucks that they even make you do a monetized membership thing. It should just be something you want to curate a small group of people. I don't know. Maybe they'll implement something like that at another point. But anyway, back to the membership. So that is going to be, like I said, launching on the 18th. I will do a video that's going to launch on the 18th as well. So there'll be a video putting all this information out there. And there'll also already be content there as well. So I already have content made for members that'll be joining when that time comes. But yeah, the live stream after that on the after the membership drops on the 18th, that week on the 24th, that'll be that Sunday. That'll be the live stream. And I think it's going to be super fun. So if you guys are going to be available, and I'm going to make posts on all of these things I'm talking about right now. So if you guys are going to be available on the 18th, that's going to be a Sunday. I know we got polls where people were talking about what day. I put a poll out there asking what day people wanted to have a live stream in the evening on the weekends. And let's go ahead and look at that information here. The live stream is going to be on a Sunday, so this falls on a Sunday, but I could change that to a Saturday if enough people decide that a Saturday is probably what they want to do. And from the poll, it looks like that may be what's going to happen here. So let me go ahead and check that out real quick here. But yeah, I think the polls are going to be where that's at. All right. I hope everyone else has got sunny. It's sunny here in Philadelphia. I hope everyone else got a sunny day to look forward to at work or after you get out of work. Even if it's cold, sun makes it fun. Sun makes the day better for sure. All right, so we got the post here. All right. So where we got it. So here we go. So we got the evening post here. So it looks like the poll, we got 25 votes. And that's about how many votes I typically get on a poll. So we got 25 votes on this poll where I'm asking, going to do a live stream on the weekends, what day works best for everyone. And it looks like right now, Saturday's winning that poll. So yeah, so I may do it on a Saturday. If this trend continues, If that trend on that poll continues, like I said, I typically only get about 20 responses on a poll. I'll let it sit for a few more days, but I don't expect it to be any different. But if that poll still sits like that, I'll change that day to Saturday. I'll do a Saturday stream. Now let's check the poll and see what times people thought were best out of the times that I picked. Because I put two polls out, wanting to know what time on that day that they're picking and then what day. So let's check out the times. So the times we got 17 votes, so we can definitely let this stand for a little while longer because, like I said, I get about 20 votes on each. Right now we got 6 p.m. 24%, 7 p.m. 18%, 8 p.m. is 24%, and later than that at 35%. So yeah, this could go either way. Um, yeah, this could go either way. I probably should have given people an opportunity to have a live during the day. The only reason I said at night is just to give the overseas people an opportunity to participate in a live if that's something they want to do. Um, but yeah, so we'll let those rock for another few days or so. Like I'll do a live stream Wednesday or Thursday. On that live, we'll probably talk more about that. But yeah, so that's a thing. So if that stays, if the date stays a thing, I'll do the live stream on a Saturday instead of Friday, which would make it the 23rd instead of the 24th. But we'll let the polls go and see what they shake out there. All right, so but that was all of the channel stuff I had to talk about. I mean, just basically, um, there's going to be a membership launched next week, which is going to be Monday. Next Monday, I have a launch video plan that comes out Monday as well. With that, Monday morning, and a couple of perks for that is going to be a live stream on the 23rd or the 24th after that membership launch. Whoever is a member at that point will be able to be a prototype tester for the rat feet, if that's something you want to do. Free T-shirt giveaway for that live stream. We're gonna do. There'll be a pin announcement made then as well. So I should have more pins by then, or at the very least something to announce about the pins, if that's a thing. But so yeah, that's it on the channel front there. All right, that's two more things I want to talk about here on the live stream, which is where were we at here? Amazon and the Kindle Soft not being available. I didn't know the Kindle Soft was even like a big thing. Like as far as selling, but apparently they're selling a lot of Kindle Softs. Anyone in the chat pick up a Kindle Soft? Have any opinions on the Kindle Soft? I mean, I think it's a awesome looking device. It's one of the newer backplane devices that they're using on eInk panels right now. But yeah, I think it'll be cool. But I didn't know they were selling as many as they're selling right now. So that's news to me. So apparently they got like a back order of them. They're not even giving people an ETA on the Colorsofts right now if you're ordering one. So that may be something to keep in mind. And on the Lamy front, like I'm doing the Lamy like ceramic tip Lamys, and I today they came out with Harry Potter inspired colors. So see if we can find that here. It was so interesting when I saw that. Um, not Lamy. There we go. Special Harry Potter edition. I thought this was cool. Um, and I think they have these in the AL star too that I'm using to make the ceramic nibbed lammies out of. So I thought this was very interesting. So let's see if they have these in the lammies that I make because this may be an option. This may be an option. Maybe I just do an AL star search. They didn't give me the AL star. Okay. Well, they have that special edition. I was hoping to find them in the style of Lamy that I'm using to make the ceramic nibs out of. I just thought this was really cool. I know they do have them. There we go. Huh. The link isn't clickable. All right, so they're up. For some reason, they're having a problem with their site as far as clicking on and getting details. But I thought that was super cool. And if they have those in the ceramic, the actual Lamy All Star for the ERM, I mean, it's not going to be the ERM, but they'll probably just have it for their regular fountain. But if they do, that's going to be customizable. You can make that into a ERM pin and use that case for your stylus. For your Wacom devices. So I thought that was very cool, and I wanted to throw that out there for people who are interested in such things. All right, so that is going to be the live stream for today, everyone. I appreciate everyone coming by and stopping in. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the Gray Findor. Oh, Gryffindor. Yo, Loud, that's awesome. Yeah, I would love to make those, which is why I'm bringing it up. So if I can get some of those, um, if I can get some of those in, I will make the ceramic nib lammies with those too. One more comment here we got from Owen. Does the Viwoods AI paper have any notable benefits over the Boox Go 10.3? Would these justify the extra price tag? I just got the Viwoods in, so I haven't even opened it yet. Today is going to be, I'm going to open it and do the unboxing video today. So that video should be out this week. I'll know more. So when I do my live later in the week, check back on a live later in the week, Owen. I'm going to do lives every day during the week at 10 a.m. So check back Thursday, Friday. I should have an opinion for you on that. But right now, I don't know much about the Viwoods at all other than it looks a lot like a Remarkable 2 in every way. So yeah, but anyway, that's gonna be that for me. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks, brother, for the super light and the super chat. Thanks everyone for joining me in the comments and the chats here. I appreciate all of you giving me the feedback and input. I appreciate all the questions. If you're watching this on a replay, leave some comments down below on the top on the things that I talked about if you want to give some feedback on that. Like I said, I'm going to have posts about all of this information about the membership and the benefits of it coming in the next day or so. And yeah, that'll be it. So until tomorrow, you guys, everybody have a safe day. Be good. And I'll catch you later. Take care.